What's up, fans? Sydney Coulson here. Super excited to be in Indy. Cannot wait to see y'all in Cambridge. See you soon.
Critics like Cheryl Swoops and Caitlin Clark have claimed that no one wants to play for the Indiana Fever. However, two-time WNBA champion Sydney Coulson recently joined the team and delivered a powerful message that completely dispelled that notion. Her arrival signals a new chapter for the Fever.
I'm super excited about it. I'm going from a team that was in the media, like people are excited to watch us, into another team that is arguably the most talked about team in sports right now, especially in women's sports. So this fan base, it's exciting to be a part of a team that has a lot of positive energy around it.
From the instant she showcased her new Fever jersey to her spirited presence at the Pacers game, Sydney Coulson's first day with the team was a resounding response to those who questioned the franchise. Her remarks at the press conference served as one of the strongest defenses of Caitlin Clark we've seen from a veteran. It signifies that the Fever is ready for a new era. Are you prepared for what's next? Let's go.
Oh, girl, I'm gonna put on some other clothes. Oh, dope. I thought I saw a reflection when I was coming in across the street. I'm like, wait a minute.
Hello.
What up, baby? How are you? Long time no see. It's been a month.
Do you recall when Cheryl Swoops said that no one wanted to join the Fever? Sydney Coulson just obliterated that notion on her first day in Indiana. The moment she stepped into the Fever facility, the energy shifted. A viral video captured the touching moment as teammates and staff rushed to welcome her with genuine excitement and warmth. This wasn't a choreographed PR move. The real joy was evident, shining through everyone present as they welcomed their newest teammate. Sydney's arrival signifies a renewed enthusiasm and a bright future for the Fever organization.
Hey! Hi!
Hi.
I know.
Hi, baby.
Hi!
Lexi, what's up, baby?
Oh, it's good to see you.
Too. How are you?
Good, how are you?
What's up, baby?
How are you?
I'm good. Good to see you. What up, baby?
Let you in here.
Man, how are you? Good to see you.
What up, too?
How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
I heard bad things about you from AJ.
Horrible. You know.
Oh, geez, right there. Oh, geez.
How you doing?
How you doing? I'm Susie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Already met. Okay, we're all grown up.
This warm welcome stands in stark contrast to the harsh criticisms from Swoops and others who claimed established veterans would shy away from playing with Caitlin Clark. The footage reveals an entirely different narrative, one of unity and excitement as teammates embrace the future together. It highlights a growing sense of community and optimism within the Fever organization.
The jersey. Aww. Dope. Yes. It's so weird to see yourself in new colors. I love it. I love it. I love it. What's this?
Definitely they sent you a fever. And I want to make sure you had one.
You should have seen the look of pure joy on Sydney's face when she first saw her new Fever jersey. The pride and excitement radiated from her as she held it aloft, grinning widely while expressing her enthusiasm for the team colors. This moment was far more than just donning a new uniform. It symbolized a significant new chapter and an exciting opportunity for her to be part of something special blossoming in Indiana. Her interactions with the Fever staff were equally revealing. General Manager Amber Cox conveyed her thoughts candidly, stating, "I believe she will bring immense joy to our lives this season." Sydney's arrival is already setting a positive tone for the organization and its fans.
She was somebody we targeted really, really early to come in and play that backup point guard role. We have ultimate faith and trust in her in any situation that we put her in. She's going to be able to lead our team. And obviously, great personality as well, brings a lot of fun and levity to the locker room. Again, that experience, knows when we need which side, right? Like the serious, the tough veteran leadership versus the, fun, playful Sid. So I think she's going to bring a lot of joy to all of our lives this season.
The immediate chemistry Sydney exhibited with everyone she met speaks volumes about the positive culture being cultivated within the Fever organization, standing in stark contrast to the negative narratives circulated by certain former players. Interestingly, Sydney's arrival video quickly gained traction on social media, with the Fever's metrics revealing that the post received thousands of likes and retweets within just hours. Fans weren't merely celebrating a new signing, they were rallying behind Sydney's authentic enthusiasm for joining the team. Such genuine connections can't be fabricated, making the critics' claims seem increasingly desperate and out of touch. Furthermore, Sydney's first workout with the team showcased the very qualities that made the Fever eager to sign her from the outset. She brought an elite level of commitment, demonstrating her skills and infectious energy. This was not a player reluctantly joining a team. Instead, it was someone who was genuinely excited to embark on this new journey.
A lot of things. It was Amber and Kelly, Stephanie, Kelsey I played with at Athletes Unlimited for several years. Love Caitlin's game, love Aaliyah's game. It made sense. I made this decision mentally before DB and Natasha were even a part of the mix. And so all the new additions, Breezy, Sophie, like it's gonna be a fun season. And
what truly elevates Sydney's arrival is the timing of her decision. Unlike other stars such as Natasha Howard and Dewana Bonner, Sydney chose to join the Fever independently, well before they made their commitments. This wasn't a matter of following the crowd. She selected Indiana purely out of a desire to be part of the team, regardless of who else might come along later. Those critics who previously claimed veterans would shy away from Indiana now have some serious reassessing to do. Sydney's authentic enthusiasm not only highlights her commitment, but also directly challenges the negative narrative surrounding the franchise.
All right, switching gears now, we are looking forward to a new season for the Indiana Fever, now less than 2 months away. And today we formally introduced the team, formally introduced its newest player.
Yes, so here she is. This is guard Sydney Coulson. She is joining the Fever following 3 seasons with the Las Vegas Aces. That is where she helped the team win back-to-back WNBA titles in 2022 and 23.
Those critics were not only mistaken about Sydney's decision to join Indiana, but they were also completely off base regarding her stance on Caitlin Clark. During her first press conference with the Fever, Sydney had the chance to offer a neutral or tepid response about Clark. Instead, her comments sent shockwaves through the basketball community. The atmosphere in the Indiana Fever press room was electric, with journalists densely packed and cameras poised, all anticipating a veteran champion to perhaps reinforce the narrative that established players resent the spotlight on a rookie. For months, critics like Cheryl Swoops had asserted that veterans would feel uneasy with the attention directed at Clark. This was a pivotal moment that could either validate or dismantle that theory.
What was it like to watch what Caitlin did for this franchise from afar? Different perspective.
yeah, no, it was nuts. There's no other way to say it. It was nuts. I think, you're seeing a team that's now like affecting the economy in the city. You got people coming from out of town, out of state, out of the country, maybe even to see games. And so that's special.
You've been studying.
Huh?
You've been studying those studies.
Yeah, man, I try to pay attention, but no, it's been cool to see. Caitlin's a remarkable player. She's going to be good here for a long time. So I know people are excited about, her future here.
When a reporter finally posed the question everyone had been waiting for, what did Sydney really think about Clark's influence on Indianapolis and the WNBA? The room fell silent. Without hesitation, Sydney responded with genuine enthusiasm, stating simply, "It was nuts." Her words effectively shattered the negative narrative surrounding Clark.
Stephanie just talked to me about how she saw me fitting in as a piece on court for the team, and that was really important to me. Like you said, I've been in the league. This is my 14th season out of college, and I've never been considered a lot in free agency, and so for her to see my value, it meant a lot. How she was, working me in to be a part of the team, and I said I want to play on court more in my last couple seasons in the league if I have that. So this was just the right fit. Right.
The atmosphere in the room transformed. This was not the reluctant acceptance many had anticipated. Sydney's body language told a different story. She was genuinely enthusiastic, leaning forward in her chair and gesturing confidently as she elaborated on her thoughts. There was no trace of resentment in her demeanor. Instead, her expressions radiated undeniable respect for Clark's achievements. Sydney took it a step further, highlighting the economic impact Clark had made on Indianapolis, attracting fans not just from the city, but also from out of town, out of state, and even out of the country. She described this phenomenon with a sense of pride rather than jealousy. This wasn't a veteran begrudging a rookie's rise to fame, it was a champion wholeheartedly embracing it. Most telling was when Sydney declared the Fever as arguably the most talked about team in sports right now, directly contradicting the critics' narrative. Far from shying,
I hear and see the things that people say, but I know the true Indiana Fever fans, the ones that love basketball, that they love the WNBA. I'm excited to be playing in front of him and just with this team.
Sydney continued to dismantle the hater narrative with what was perhaps the most powerful endorsement from a veteran player. She described Caitlin as a remarkable talent who would be an asset to the team for years to come. There was no ambiguity or backhanded compliments, just straightforward respect between professionals. Sydney's words and demeanor highlighted that true champions recognize and value talent, regardless of age or experience. She also took the opportunity to express her appreciation for the dedicated Fever fan base, stating, "I know the true Indiana Fever fans, the ones who love basketball and the WNBA. I'm excited to play in front of them and with this team." Her statement reflected gratitude for both the loyal fans and the fresh energy that Clark had introduced.
We got a lot of players from a lot of places coming together in sort of a new look to a roster like this. What's the secret to making this all gel, ultimately, when it comes time to put it together?
Well, I think that everybody asked the questions that they needed to ask in free agency, and they trusted what they heard. And so now it's just about everybody showing up and doing the role that people expect you to do. If I'm known for my defense and playmaking, I have to come in and do that. People are expecting certain things out of you. The coaches are expecting certain things, your teammates are. So it's just being a professional, showing up and doing your job so that everything can gel together and come with a good attitude so we can make it work.
When the Fever signed Sydney Coulson, casual fans viewed it as just another roster move, but basketball insiders recognized its deeper significance. This signing could be the final masterstroke in a championship blueprint that has been quietly taking shape all offseason. To understand this, let's revisit where the Fever stood before the season began. Despite boasting talented young stars like Aaliyah Boston, Lexi Hull, and Kelsey Mitchell, Indiana faced challenges defensively and lacked the veteran leadership essential to guide their developing core. They needed players who understood what it takes to win at the highest level. Veterans who could thrive in a team suddenly thrust into the spotlight due to Clark's arrival. Critics like Swoops reiterated their narrative that no veteran wants to play second fiddle to a rookie receiving all the attention. However, GM Amber Cox and the Fever front office remained unfazed, executing a flawless plan that aligned with their championship aspirations.
You mean to tell me that two-time WNBA champion, the face of the God Dog League, okay? The Aces' main girl, right-hand man, Sydney Colson, is no longer returning to the Aces and is signing with the Indiana Fever? First of all, do the Fever even have any more roster spots open? How many folks are you guys going to sign?
You might wonder why so much attention is given to a backup guard, but Sydney Coulson isn't your typical bench player. She's a defensive dynamo with court vision that rivals that of an eagle, and her three-point shot is pure silk. Just imagine her skills combined with Caitlin Clark's, or picture Coulson orchestrating the game when Clark takes a break. It's a formidable scenario. While Coulson won't light up the scoreboard every night, that's not why the Fever brought her in. They already have plenty of offensive firepower. What they needed was a secret weapon, someone who can lock down opponents, make smart plays, and hit crucial shots when it counts most.
Sydney Coulson is a two-time WNBA champion, a true vet, an amazing backup point guard. And anytime that CC or any of the guards need to go to the bench, I mean, Sydney Coulson always makes the right call, always makes the right decision. So to pick up a vet, a professional like Sydney Coulson, and then you also have a vet like Dewana Bonner, and you also have a vet like Kelsey Mitchell, and then you have CC and Aaliyah Boston and Lexi.
But there's more to Sydney Coulson than meets the eye. She brings an invaluable asset that statistics can't capture: leadership. With 2 championship rings to her name, she embodies a winning mentality that can be incredibly infectious. For a young team like the Fever, her presence could be the spark that ignites a championship run. The Fever's backcourt is brimming with talent, yet they lacked the veteran experience needed to navigate the pressures of high-stakes games. That's where Coulson steps in. She's the perfect mentor for Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell, guiding them through challenges and keeping them grounded when the intensity ramps up. With her at their side, the Fever's young stars are poised to thrive and make a deeper playoff run.
Caitlin Clark actually spoke on this on Sunday, and she had this to say: quote, "I'm excited. Obviously, we made some great moves. I think Kelly and Amber and the whole Fever organization are helping us to win now. And I think that's really important. I think they're putting really good pieces together that are going to complement each other really, really well." And then she continued talking about Steph, their new head coach, and said that Steph taking over as head coach for us, I think is going to be really great. A great basketball mind, someone that actually called quite a few of my college games. So being able to build that relationship with her and just be in the gym and work on things that she probably saw when I was a freshman in college.
Sydney Coulson's influence extends far beyond her performance on the court. She's renowned as a locker room MVP, the type of player who lifts spirits during tough stretches and unites the team when adversity strikes. In a league where team chemistry can make or break a season, her intangible contributions are invaluable. Additionally, Coulson has a proven track record of thriving in clutch moments, making significant plays during high-stakes playoff games. When the pressure is at its peak and the spotlight is brightest, she doesn't falter. She excels. This resilience is precisely what you want in a backup for your star players. What makes Coulson's journey even more intriguing is its poetic connection to Indianapolis, a city with special significance in her career. When she won her championship with Texas A&M in 2011, that pivotal game took place in Indianapolis. Now, as she aims to bring another trophy to the city, it feels like a storybook ending. A true full-circle moment that leaves you wondering if some championships are simply destined to happen.
I won here my senior year at Texas A&M. We played in Conseco. When it was Conseco, we won here, so it just felt like divine timing.
Coulson quickly embraced Indiana's rich basketball culture. Within her first days in town, she was seen courtside at a Pacers game against the Minnesota Timberwolves, fully engaging with fans, soaking up the atmosphere, and integrating herself into the unique basketball community that defines Indiana. The Fever's roster, built around talents like Clark and Boston, is truly remarkable. With the additions of Natasha Howard, Denavia Bonnier, and Sophie Cunningham, Indiana hasn't just improved. They've evolved into a genuine championship contender. This team now boasts an ideal mix of youthful energy and seasoned experience, combining offensive firepower with defensive grit.
This season, the Fever is going to run amok this year. You got DeWanna Bonner. Oh, my God. They took Sid. And some of y'all really don't feel like Sid was that valuable. Sid, so valuable. To not see Asia, Sid, Chelsea Gray, KP, and Jackie Young together.
Consider the implications of this for a moment. The young core of Clark, Boston, Hull, and Mitchell now has championship veterans surrounding them at every position. Howard brings elite two-way play to the front court, while Bonner adds scoring versatility, and Cunningham offers both shooting and toughness. Meanwhile, Coulson contributes defensive intensity and championship leadership from the backup point guard spot. This isn't merely a collection of skilled players, it's a thoughtfully constructed roster where each piece complements the others seamlessly. The veterans are equipped to tackle high-pressure moments while nurturing the development of the emerging stars. The youthful energy and talent of Clark, Boston, Hull, and Mitchell afford the veterans opportunities to chase another championship run. When Sydney Coulson declared, "I want to win," she wasn't just making a generic press statement, she was issuing a challenge that has been missing in Indiana. Those 5 words dismantle the narrative surrounding Cheryl Swoops. Veterans aren't just eager to play alongside Caitlin Clark, they are actively lining up for the chance to chase rings with her.
2-time WNBA champion Sydney Coulson is officially signing a 1-year deal with the Indiana Fever. So, the Fever just keep on doing what they've been doing. They're not playing no games in Indiana.
First of all, this WNBA free agency will not let us rest. Number one, we literally cannot rest. But also, I love this move again. Like, Sydney Coulson is a great player, but she's also a player that is going to add even more to what we're going to talk about later, and that's that chemistry of the team.
Look at what's unfolding here. analysts are already predicting a deeper playoff run for the Fever in 2025. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's fueled by the championship mentality now permeating this roster. The Fever have rapidly transformed from a rebuilding team into a legitimate title contender in a single offseason. The upcoming 2025 season promises to be historic for Indiana basketball, especially with Coulson's winning mindset in the mix. The Fever aren't merely planning for the future, they're prepared to compete now. The rest of the WNBA has been put on alert. Are you excited? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed leaving a like and subscribing, more videos are on the screen now.